Okay, I've been receiving a lot of attention the last week about what happened in court on Monday. A lot of people are upset that I have to pay $50 to each cop, 17 cops, for them to testify, and ask them question of them to labeling me as a pedophile. Anyway, so I get this letter. Just got a phone call from Halifax, and I guess in the province of Nova Scotia they're talking about this, and just like the Law Society in New Brunswick and in Nova Scotia doing the same thing. So I received this letter from, won't mention any names, January 26. Dear, I'm going to read this. It's a video. You want to listen to it? Listen to it. Don't want to? Just press beep. Bye-bye. Okay. Dear Mr. LeBlanc, and don't forget I have a speech impairment, and the courts want me to take only 50 minutes to cross-examine a cop with my speech impairment. That should be good. Okay. I'll try my best. Dear Mr. LeBlanc, my name is... I'm a second-year law studies student at Dalhousie University in Halifax. I've been an avid viewer of your YouTube's videos. Oh, I'm glad somebody listens to it, as well as your website now for a few years. I gotta get a life. I wanted to write to you regarding your ongoing battles with the Fredericton Police Force, and now with the Edmundston Police Force. Assholes. My personal feelings are what the Fredericton Police Force did to you in January of 2012, labeling you as a pedophile and raiding your residence, was and is downright wrong. Hey, my style, explanation mark. Exploiting children for sex are extremely serious allegations that carry stiff jail sentences if convicted. What I can tell you is this. I have a couple of friends within the Halifax Regional Police who have spoken to me about your case. Hey, I'm getting well known. From what I've been told, it's extremely rare for any policing agency, RCMP included, to end up falsely accusing members of the public of child porn, and the reasoning is simple. Number one, everything that everybody does on the internet is associated with a unique IP address that specifically identifies that precise computer to a precise location. This is how, as we're seeing numerous times in the media, people get busted and convicted of child pornography because it pinpoints an individual with that exact computer device. So my question is, and I'm sure you have had the same question, where on reasonable and probable ground was the evidence that the Fredericton Police Force had in January 2012 to accuse you of being involved with child porn? Because my understanding, when it was all said and done, was the Fredericton Police Force, found nothing. I have also watched your YouTube video of yourself. Oh my God, somebody else talk about me. Opening and reading the registered letter sent to you by Chief Leanne Fitch, stating you were welcome to pick up all your computer equipment at your convenience. Yeah, I remember that. Secondly, the police do not go out and frivolously accuse people of such thing, simply due to the fact that if found not guilty, like in your case, there is still a stigma attached toward the falsely accused individual, which could make it difficult for that falsely accused person to seek or retain employment. I wish I could. The government doesn't want me to work. It damages their reputation, and they can have, of course, long-term, lasting negative psychological effect on the falsely accused. Yeah, so I got the scar here, epileptic seizures. Thirdly, the fact that the Fredericton Police never issued you a formal written or public apology is downright disgrace. Uh-oh, here they come now. Oh, maybe they're coming some more, chop horn. I hear a siren. Anyway, I'm not sure if you have pursued any form of legal action towards the Fredericton Police Force, but it is my strong and heartfelt suggestion that you do so, Mr. LeBlanc. Get me a lawyer. The Fredericton Police Force, under the direction and supervision of Chief Leanne Fitch, should not and cannot be allowed to get away with this. If I was you, I'll be seeking legal aid. Yeah, right. Hey, where are you from again? Oh, Nova Scotia. And visiting your local courthouse and filing a statement of claim in the New Brunswick Civil Court naming Chief Fitch and the specific members of the Fredericton Police Force who raided your home in January of 2012. There was a lot of people involved that wasn't in the raid. They were in the station. Along with whoever is the provincial judge, court judge, who signed off and authorized the search and search warrant on your resident, Judge Mary Jane Richard. Why you should have now, if you kept it, is a disclosure of evidence the Fredericton Police Force clearly had on you, which they would have given a copy to the Crown Prosecutor. And what you also clearly have is a judge verdict on either not guilty, withdrawn, dismissed, or acquitted. You are clearly in a position to launch a full-on lawsuit toward the Fredericton Police for pain and suffering, as well as defamatory libel and defamation of character. That's what they're saying, about them. Regarding the situation you encountered on November of 2016 with the Edmundston Police Force, I would be taking that straight to the New Brunswick Police Commission. I did. And filing formal complaint. I did. Especially towards the two plainclothes cops who attempted to lure you off the street into a vehicle. I did. Yes, it is clearly shown in the amateur cell phone footage that the two Edmundston police members showed you their police badge. However, with this day and age of technology, I say it wrong, and many reports Canada-wide of police impersonation that have been going on, a badge doesn't provide much valid as to who these individuals really are. This episode was a downright joke, in my views, of many who have seen the footage and should have been dealt with much more in a professional manner. If the Edmundston Police were for some reason in Fredericton investigating you for comments they claim you wrote about the Fredericton Police Force on your blog, then they should have had uniformed Fredericton Police members approach you. That's what I said. State that you were under arrest for defamatory libel. Read you your charter rights, driving you in a marked police vehicle to the Fredericton Police Headquarters. Were you then met and interviewed by two Edmundston Police. This is funny. Enclosed is the same information for you about a well-known and well-respected law office, Fredericton. Among their many practice, they specialize in civil litigation. In case you cannot make out the law office address and phone on the indoors is as follow. I can't mention this. I won't do that. I called him up 3 times, this lawyer here, and he wouldn't reply. This could be a very good start towards taking civil action towards the Fredericton Police Force. If money is an issue for you, then they might be able to refer you to a New Brunswick Legal Aid Service, that's funny, and can provide you a lawyer free of charge, that's not going to work, with filing the necessary paperwork to instigate a lawsuit. The New Brunswick Police Force, along with the Canadian police agencies, have a duty to both serve and protect the public, not here. The Fredericton Police have clearly failed you, in this regard, and on more than one occasion. All the best, Mr. LeBlanc, and everything, and please know you are respected and supported by many. Sincerely, whatever, won't mention no name. And he gave me 2 forms of the lawyer to contact here in Fredericton, sorry. Anyway, there's 2 things here. Number 1, the Fredericton Police, when they raided my place, they said that it was defamation for calling Fred Wazel a sexual pervert, or defamation because he touched my balls. I got the video. Anyway, and we knew they were looking for child porn, but it didn't say in the search warrant child porn. It didn't say that. We found out afterward the papers that they sent to my internet provider, Rogers, that they were investigating a sexual child exploitation offense. So they lied to my internet provider to get my IP address. They went fishing. They took everything, my external hard drive, they looked through. We don't know what, they kept it for 3 months. They went through everything. My little privacy that I had left, they took it away, and that's why I'm so upset. So this thing here, and to get a lawyer, that's impossible because they're all together here. You can't get it. And you can't get a lawyer because if you get a lawyer and you win a case, what happens is the province and the city will blacklist you for future contracts. So you graduate from school, from law school, you're very happy, but then you meet the opposite sex or the same sex, you meet a partner, and then you have what you call responsibility. And to have responsibility, you need money. And money, then you need to have contracts from the province and the city. So that's the reason that there's no pro bono lawyers in New Brunswick. And that's why I would love to see, they called me last week, 2 weeks ago, the 5th Estate to come down and really investigate stuff like this, because this is one hell of a story. And if it happened to me, what other person this is happening to, they'll never see the light of day in court. But they see in court, but in the media. So so this here, thank you very much. But I will put this video on the blog and on Facebook. And you have an opinion or you want to help, send me an email, oldmazon@yahoo.com. Oldmazon, O-L-D, Mazon House @yahoo.com. And we'll take it from there. Thank you.